you know that already. My family, gentlemen and ladies. I wanted to make like a video about like, I wanted to do mental health stuff, but I don't want to do a big huge sit down thing of like blah blah blah, what's wrong with me, my mental health, all this shit. If you really are dying to know, get up off your hole and listen to the podcast me and Kira recorded on our mental health. All the info's in there. I'm not one to repeat myself. Also, is this in focus? Dunno. We'll never know. Okay, this is story time. I thought that there was a mouse in this room, which I don't know if anyone cares. Okay, I thought there was a mouse in this room. So Lydia was waking up at like 6 something, 6:15, 6:30 to get up for work. I tried to wake up for like a few minutes to like chat to them and like see them before they go to work and give them a kiss and everything. They were getting ready, that's fine. I woke up, racing to pee, go to pee, come back in, see something, and then like it freezes and then it scurries off and I'm like, it's a mouse. Like that, I just saw a mouse. So I jump on the bed, Lydia's like, oh my god, what is it? And I'm there like, it's okay, like calm down, because like I don't want Lydia to freak out. Lydia jumps on the bed, it's like, what is it? And I'm like, it's a mouse. And Lydia's like, okay. So I freak out. I wake up my man and they're like, even though I know it's just a mouse, people are gonna be like, anyway, whatever. Proceed to like clear the room, everything, like not them, but in the coming days, whatever. Burn peppermint oil and stuff, apparently don't like that, do like mouse traps, stuff like that. And then nothing happens, like the mouse traps don't, there's no mice coming to get the stuff. Then I kind of remember back and I'm like, also it was really dark, it's like 6:30 in the morning. And I'm like, was it a mouse? Like, oh my god, sorry. I'm like, was there ever a mouse there? And then I think back to like, I kind of think what happened is I kind of thought I saw something, whatever. And then I think my brain kind of, you know your brain like fills in the blanks of things and thought it was a mouse, but there was no mouse. Anyway, the point of this fucking story, for the 2 days after that then, the whole house was there like, oh my god, we have mice, and everyone was just like freaking out. Then I started like to see things, like hallucinate, which I've had hallucinations like for like 2 years on and off. Like I don't get them all the time, I don't hallucinate every day, but I've had them before. Anyway, so in the next 2 days I kind of see like random kind of shadows like coming in and like kind of trailing and stuff and like coming across walls, and then I realised, I'm like, there was no fucking mouse. I was just tripping out, like there was no. So then I have to be like, sorry fam, there's actually no mouse in here, like thanks for this moral support. But so then I'm kind of confused because I'm like, well, it's a good thing because there's no mice, that, you know, we don't have to worry, there's no mice, whatever, blah blah blah. But then I'm also like upset because I like did the whole thing and made like my parents and Lydia be all worried and we had to all do all this shit, and I don't know, it just kind of made me, this is the most boring fucking story ever, I'm so sorry, but anyway, it just kind of made me really sad because like on one hand everyone was like, yay, like there's no mice, great, it's made up. But then on the other hand everyone's doing the thing then like, oh, are you getting unwell, like, because I obviously realised 2 days later, and I just had to random not even all day, just sometimes just tripping out and seeing stuff. And you know when you're so like, obviously if stuff has happened to you before, obviously if it was the first time you'd ever hallucinate you'd like freak out, but like you're used to it, you know what I mean? Like it sounds so sad, but like you don't freak out, you know you're hallucinating almost because it's not like a scary one, it's not like a really bad one. So you just see a shadow and you're like, okay, like that's not real. Or you look around and you're like, okay, like my mind's playing tricks on me. But it was just kind of sad for me to like have that happen, because I was kind of like, oh shit, one, like I've made a big deal about this mess and there's no mess there and it's just my brain, and no, it's just really sad for me. And then obviously that happened. Not like I haven't had anything since, but then everyone is kind of doing thing like, oh my god, are you okay, like you're hallucinating, and I'm kind of like, fuck off, like stop. There's two sides to it, I guess, because you know you tell people, oh I'm hallucinating, blah blah blah, and then it's like, oh wow, like you think you're okay, but when you're there like, yeah no I am, but it's like almost like they feel like they can't believe you because you get so mentally ill that they're like, ooh, like maybe you are getting a bit unwell, like maybe you shouldn't do it. And it's like, what you want me to do, sit in bed and do nothing? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just I don't know, it's just annoying. It's annoying as well because normally my mental illness go-to is like auditory hallucinations, like voices and things, and I'm just like, I hate when it goes to visual because I feel like it's another like level and I'm like, I have no time for that, like please. Yeah, I don't know. I've also been really well for such a long time. Like I haven't had like an episode, we call them episodes in my house, I haven't had an episode. It kind of sounds like something like women in the 50s who like were on Xanax and like white wine, you know, and then like when their kids didn't get into Harvard and they had an episode, like mommy's gone on holidays, you know. But I've been so well, so it's really irritating. I'm not well as in the sense like, it's not like the hallucination really impacted my day and made me not be able to do anything. Like when they were happening, I was still in the middle of getting ready, doing stuff, going out, had a fine day, didn't have anything wrong, do you know what I mean? So it's just kind of irritating then when you say that to people and they're like, and I mean, I totally respect that they're like, oh, we have to watch it in case you get worse. I totally understand that. But it's just, oh, I don't even know how to explain. This probably makes no sense. Probably makes sense to people who suffer with the same shit and they're, I hope if anyone is there behind the screen being like, yes. Because it's really fucking annoying. It's hard out here. It's hard and annoying. And one thing I really believe is that people take good mental health for granted. Like, I really do. Until I had like my really hard years from like 21. And I thought I was like, you know the way everything always seems worse until like it gets worse, if that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought I would fucking record. I don't know what this is, but hallucinations. They're shit. But one good thing actually that I should like know is that like clearly that's progress if I see them and I'm not like freaking out, do you know what I mean? Like if I'm seeing black things around my room, obviously when I thought it was a fucking mess, that's fair, but like I don't rant about it, but like seeing things, if I'm getting ready and seeing loads of things and being like, oh, okay, my brain is clearly just not well. So I guess that's actually a positive to take, because like I feel like if this had happened to me like 2 years ago, I would have been like, like, and being like, oh, what the fuck? Whereas now I'm just like, I'm just crazy, which is so fine. As in like, I'm glad I'm reacting like that, because I wouldn't want to. It's nice not to have to, not even for stressing other people out and feeling like a burden, like running into someone and being like, there's black things everywhere, like stressing out like my parents, whatever, but not stressing myself out, you know, that's actually really nice, like my body not getting stressed, like seeing these hallucinations and my body not like starting to swear, like freaking out, or anxiety being like, oh my god bitch, look at all these black things everywhere, and me just being like, don't even worry about it, brain, we're literally just mentally ill, so fine, like continue to put your foundation on, we have to get a train, which is so nice. So I guess actually, me putting a little positive spin on it, this is actually so fine. It's like, I guess like in therapy when they tell you like take control, that's what I did. I was just like, nope, don't even bother, it's not real, we're fine, like your brain is making this up. So it was nice to be able to realise that. Maybe I'm just great, maybe this is just but it's good, it's progress, so that's good. The thing that really, while I'm like on the subject of hallucinations, the thing that really pisses me off is if you tell people, obviously, so stigma is like a thing, everyone knows that, talks about that, whatever, like, but I think hallucinations are associated with like Hollywood movies of like when you're like crazy, like that person's a psycho, like she sees stuff, she hears voices, like that's like if there's like a spectrum, that's like the most fucked up thing, you know, it's clearly like whoa, and it's like, no, I'm literally fine, like I live my life, it's not, do you know what I mean? I know, I mean, obviously there's stigma with everything, but I just feel like that end of like psychosis and psychoticness and all that is like really like not accepted, and people, there's just know, I don't know what the word is, maybe it's not like depicted properly, do you get me? Like obviously the media and everything, nothing, but it's just like so, and people, even the words, you know, like, oh my god, I went out with him and he was like totally psychotic. It's like, shut the fuck up, you don't even know what's going on. Like, yes, it just annoys me sometimes. I mean, it's the same with anything. People are like, I didn't sleep last night, I'm such an insomniac. Like, no, like, shut up. Go talk to an insomniac who literally stays awake for like 20 hours. You genuinely 20 hours every day and can't, like, you know, like, don't do that. I'm so depressed. Like, that's so fair, but do you know what I mean? Don't be saying. Anyway, everyone knows that already, hopefully, but I just think it's at the stage where even people who I would personally be really close to, I wouldn't mention it to or bring it up to for fear of, and even people who don't, it's so sad because people, it's literally a conditioning thing, like people don't want to react that way. Like I'd say to people or like talk to people about it and people are just like, it's your reactions, your initial reaction, they're kind of like, or like the face, and they don't mean to, but it's not their fault, they're just real like, and then they're like, oh, like that's fine, but like it's because you've been taught like your whole life to everything, you know, don't go near, like these people are dangerous, blah blah blah, like, which that's been portrayed to, like it's not your fault, but it's just like, excuse me, it's just sad when, I guess it's really sad when you're faced with the thing of like, always talk about your mental health, always have someone to talk to, blah blah blah, never keep it in, but when you suffer with that stuff, it's like no one, oh my god, I'm getting really sad. It's like no one wants to hear about it because it's like too crazy, do you know what I mean? And it's like no one wants to have the support for you because, sorry, am I in the Big Brother diary room? Why am I crying? And it's not no one wants to have support for you, that's such a lie, because I have such an amazing support system, but it's so hard because no one knows what to say because it's not talked about enough. Everyone thinks that like no one suffers with it, which is such a lie. Like the numbers are higher than people would think, like I'm sure, I don't know, but it's just like hard when all these campaigns and everything's like, no, talk about it, and then if you bring it up, some people are like, what the fuck, like you're a freak, and you're there like, oh my god, I'm really not, like I'm just having a hard time, and it's just upsetting. Whereas I feel like sometimes if you talk to people and they're like, are you about depression or something, I'm not trying to, I hate bringing this up because I think people think I'm like putting depression down here and putting other things up here, and I'm not at all. They're all equally important. I'm not trying to downplay it, but like I just feel like it would be more accepted and people would be like, oh, and I don't think it's anyone's fault. I just think that maybe people would have more go-tos if someone was talking about depression. They might be like, oh, have you heard of this helpline thing? Or they might know some, oh, my cousin goes to this counsellor place, he is depression, or blah blah blah, someone's on these antidepressants. Like someone would have more things about depression in their head, whereas when, and again, I can't stress this, I know I keep saying it, but it's no one's fault, like, but if when you go to say something to someone about like psychosis or like being psychotic or whatever, or hallucinations, or there's no go-to, people are just think, oh crazy, like that's so weird, like that's so, it's like the other, like that's so not in the norm of even my mental health bubble, that they don't know what to do, so they're kind of like, wow, what, like blah blah blah, and you know, they don't have anything to say. They can't be like, oh, I know a person with that and they went to this therapy, or have you tried this drug, or blah. They're just like, oh, and it's just kind of, I don't know. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's some, you know what, sometimes you just need a fucking rant. And like, again, I don't want anyone to fucking take anything weird from this. Like I have amazing friends, I have amazing family, I'm not trying to, this isn't a dig, it's just a, I guess it's a bit of a dig at the universe, but you know what I mean, it's not, I mean we'll get there because it's totally the same as, you know, depression, anxiety, and I'm not saying they're down, I just don't want to, I know I keep repeating myself saying that, but I don't want someone to like watch this or show it and be like, oh my god, she thinks that depression, anxiety, because that's just not fucking true. So don't like take my words and twist them, because don't be a cunt, like I'm not, don't do that. But I just mean like, I guess it was the same, like depression, anxiety were, I mean years and years ago, same thing, you couldn't say it to anyone, you couldn't, so I guess at least we're getting somewhere with that, so I guess eventually more different disorders or experiences will be more open, or more, I don't know if that's even the right word, but you get me more like accepted. But yeah, there was no mouse. My brain made up a mouse and it upset me, and that's literally why this is happening. I don't know. Accept me for who I am and love me regardless of my brain. Please. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm gonna wrap this up here. I feel like I should do a positive note. Oh my god, I'm gonna do what me and Kira do on our podcast. I'm gonna do my song of the day because that just makes me happy. Okay, my song of the day is gonna be Goosebumps by Travis Scott. It's a good tune. Alrighty. Well, great. This is a nice depressing video. Sorry for anyone who's like me and is sitting in their bed with like 6-pack crisps watching YouTube at 3 AM. Sorry if I just fucking ruined your mood, like. But also not sorry, because you need to be educated. Okie dokie. If this isn't in focus, this has been a waste of my time and your time. Thank you. Good night.